Hey y'all, what it is, what it do? It's your girl Brittany. I'm back. I'm better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. We know that I post frequently. All right, y'all, come on, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing a ducky bow, a ducky yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, come without further ado. Let's go and get into another episode of the Playboys. That's it. This episode was kind of a little dry, was kind of a little mid. I thought they was done. I thought this was gonna be the last episode. So they said, and next time on Playboys, the house versus house thing is getting very old to me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I am tired of this house. Want to fight this house. Um, I'm kind of over that storyline overall, but the episode was okay. Wasn't my favorite. Gave a little filler. I was tired of Rich Day by now. I was over just watching him being drunk. Now we started off with Landon after he caught his fade with Katari, and Sheik ends up sneaking him. So he felt the way about Sheik sneaking him, and he felt like he was being nice to Sheik, and basically, he was just taken off guard. I can understand that, but you just never know who your enemy is. Honestly, you just never know who your enemy can be. You gotta keep that head on the swivel. I will say that. Gotta keep that head on the swivel. My only thing is I think it just didn't go in Landon's favor like he thought it was gonna go. I think he thought that they were just gonna warm up to him and be cool with him, and they did the total opposite, like literally total opposite. We're on episode 11, and Ty finally wants to run his ones. We baby, like no shade. It's kind of too late for that. Even though you did get out there this episode, it's kind of too late for that. Like you've been the least valuable Playboy for the longest. I think at this point it's gonna stay that way. Khalil and Landon getting into it, and I'm not gonna lie, Khalil was definitely reading Landon. It was giving you was copping please with Isaiah. You saying I'm your storyline, but 1 minute we cool, 1 minute we not. Like pick your poison. And I agree, Khalil was definitely clocking T. Is it T that I really care about? No, I don't. But he was doing what he needed to do. So they set up a round two. Why do they think they need a round two? The world may never know. Now round two, you can definitely tell Landon was still tired because baby, what was that? He came in, go wash, like chill. It gave a lot of hugging. We just needed round one, okay? We could have kept it at that. Now Rich Day is super duper drunk. You know what I'm saying? He one of them drunks. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it is a key on camera. But oh girl, I know if I was there, he would have been getting on my nerves. I'd be like, please go to bed, call your mama, do something. Just get out my face. Like all that extra is very extra. I like sleepy, kiki cackly drunks, but all that being aggressive, which I've had my fair share. But all that being aggressive drunk, it's just for the birds. I'm really not into that. It really irritates me when you got to take care of somebody when they drunk, especially like when they being aggressive or something. It's a time and place for everything. But, more so, he just picking on Man Man. Like, for whatever reason, he really needs that from Man Man. Man Man is not trying to get him that. Man Man don't have no problem with him. He don't have no beef with Rizé. But Rizé, has some type of animosity towards Man Man. Like, no shade. Then he want Pootie. He want Ken just for being right there blinking. I'm like, oh my God. So Cassie pushed him in the pool twice. Cassie needs him to sober up, which I agree. I think that was a great move on Cassie's part to think quick to make Rich say, sober up and get himself together. Now, did it help? A little bit, I think it did. And then they said after that he ended up going to sleep. So, he needed to sleep his drunk off. So Zay has Pootie run up on him. He ends up saying that he's gonna get Cassie. Cassie said that he dared him. Zay was doing a lot. Zay was doing a little too much. I'm not gonna lie. To an extent, like I got it was a key, but I definitely think it did get old very quickly, especially for me as a viewer. Like for them to bring it into episode 2, I'm like, all right, I got it. It was a key. episode 10. Episode 11, I'm like, all right, let's wrap it up. House A ends up FaceTiming House B and basically saying that they're gonna meet up to run that at House B. Okay, great. We love to see it. We love to hear it. It's about time that y'all gonna catch these face and hurry up and get to it because I've been kind of bored. Now Landon ends up having like a one-on-one with the OGs who been doing this. Folks he has fought, folks he has yeah, exactly. So boom. In the midst of him telling his side child, he get to playing like he up here crying. Mac is me. Cause Mac is like, Landon, is you crying for real? Cause Landon did not shed a tear. Landon was looking for some attention and really actually doing the most. But I will say, somebody who spoke kind of like honestly and showed Zeta's side to me was Maul. Like when Maul said what he said, Zeta wanted to have his own experience. Zeta went this way. But like I told y'all before, I do think that Zeta had got a little too comfortable. But I definitely think that him being in House A worked out for him in the long run. Now Zeta comes outside and immediately, why do he have on the Michael Jackson shirt? Now just beat it at this point. Cause why do you have on the Michael Jackson shirt? As y'all know, they all like, oh my God, they look like Michael Jackson. They look like Michael Jackson. It's the Michael Jackson shirt for me. It took me OUT out. Now Zeta says his piece to Landon. Overall, they back brothers now. So I mean, okay, cool. I mean, like I said, they back cool now, so it's really no need. This kind of has been like a dragged out storyline as well. I'm over it. Now the house is finally meet up. Thank God. It's been forever. It took forever. It took them to hit 30 minutes, 30 for us to finally get some real action around here. Boom. So Zeta pays Ken. Ken wants to fight Zeta all season. He been, oh, I gotta catch my fade with Zeta. I gotta catch my fade with Zeta. Never catch his fade with Zeta though. So he finally sees Zeta in the flesh. He calls Zeta out. Zeta said, I came to fight Pootie. Zeta is very much giving DTB. And I definitely get it. Zeta has came in and definitely ran his ones. I believe he's fought at least maybe 3, maybe 4 people. And Pootie should be like number 5, I believe. So I understand him not necessarily adding Ken to the list because it's like, Ken, you need me for a storyline. I don't need you. I have elevated in my storylines. I have moved forward with better storylines than you. So I'm not finna fight you. Oh, well. And I get it. It's very much, oh, well. I don't think that he needs to give Ken anything. Ken needs to, or Ken should have came in here ready to do his ones instead of talking and running his mouth so much. You should have just been ready to do your ones. Now Ken and Ty get in the field, and baby, this was not given when Ty fought Cashy. Ty was irritated about Ken on him. He was very irritated about that. Very mad. He had grabbed Ken. He was up in there. It definitely gave Ty the first round to me, but the second round, I definitely will give it to Ty. I think Ty ate that first round. The first round was a tie. I definitely think he was irritated with Ken and, Ken's actions against him. So he had to let it be known that Jonathan is definitely his first cousin, not the second. But I do agree with Isaiah. I don't think Ken should come back. I think Ken thought that he was bigger than the program and he just was going to talk the whole time. And y'all know we really don't do all that talking over here on Now That's TV nor Zeus. We prefer for y'all to run y'all ones, fight. Fight, fight, fight. We like fights. We like for y'all to fist fight. We don't necessarily want to hear too much talking. Enough to get us riled up, but after that, run it. Now, to an extent, I do want them to expand a little bit on Ty and Ken. I know they used to talk, they used to talk, go together, or whatever the case was, but I'm not understanding why they fight. I know Ken did what he did on him, but obviously that's not gonna give him a reason to fight him. And can y'all believe that Ty is the one doing the bending? Ain't that crazy? Child, you just never know. Okay, yes, I did forget that quick. That is true. All the Houston boys was mad at Ken for going to House B instead of House A. and they wanted all the Houston or Texas dudes to stick together. So they felt like Ken was an op, so they had to run him. I forgot about that. But I think it's more to that than just this quote unquote loyalty to Texas. I do. Now, the fact that Ken said that he sat Ty down, I definitely don't think he sat Ty down. I don't. I think Ty was definitely keeping up and was getting with his program. Now, when Ty was fighting Cashy, he definitely wasn't getting with Cash program. That's why he had to get the big cousin on him. But no, I definitely think y'all definitely have similar fighting skills, and he was able to lock in. So Pootie and Zeta run that. Now, I definitely think Michael Jackson had to beat it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Michael Jackson had to beat it real quick. It was quick, it was simple, it was to the point. In the beginning, when both of them was I'm like, oh, okay, it might get a tie. They might, give each other some work. But once Zeta ran up again, Pootie got him. They hit the ground. Pootie grabbed him by his hair, started, uppercutting him or whatever. Pootie had took that. And like I said before, I love when Pootie say, "You thought it was easy, baby. You thought it was easy, baby." Like Pootie do not play. I don't know why they be thinking Pootie is something to play with, but Pootie always shows that he's nothing to play with. He not gonna play with y'all. He's not gonna take it easy on y'all. And he always has to bring that dog out, and he always got some twerk for you. Now Zeta is giving mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the bloody of them all? Bloody, no rings. So he looking a mess, it just did not go in Michael Jackson's favor. He had to beat it. Now he taking his anger out on Medic. Medic is like, I'm just doing my job, babe. Please relax, please calm down. I did not split your eyebrow. Now Metro goes out there and Landon say, and let him know this for your host. This definitely is not for the host. It's for his homeboy Rich Day. Calm down. Now I do think it's crazy that she did duck Metro because y'all definitely are the same size. But I had already told y'all that pretty stuff that wasn't gonna get him nowhere, and that's not gonna get him nowhere on Now That's TV. I don't think Now That's TV will be casting him for anything else. I'm not gonna lie. One thing about it, once you show them that they wasting money on you, one thing they gonna do is put you on a break, a long one. Nickel ends up calling out Pootie, but I definitely think this is his last season as well. He be trying to give some, but really can't give much of nothing. And I'm not gonna lie, his phase with Ken were very weak. He wasn't doing it but trying to boom Ken the whole time. Like, baby, is this a boom session? No. Is this a redneck brawl? I mean, even with the redneck brawl, they fight harder than this. What's going on? So Metro get to going off because don't nobody want to fight him. I could understand that too. I mean, the girls definitely was quiet when it came to Metro's day because they already knew Metro was gonna go through them like it wasn't nothing. Ma was definitely over there. Tay, he was definitely over there. It was a lot of them jumping Rich Day. So that's crazy that a lot of them is quiet. Well, all of them, not even some, all of them were over there quiet. They just did not want to get that with Metro at all. They did not need that work. And I'm not gonna lie, something about Playboys just never hits. Like it hits, but it never hits. It's like it's always the cast is divided. You have some of the cast like really doing what need to be done. They gonna put in the work. They gonna put on a good show, and then there's others just lingering in the background. Like Robo, we don't need Robo at all. Robo has came. He's done nothing. Ty, I feel as though from the first episode that he was in, he did sprinkle of salt of something. Then this episode, another sprinkle of salt. But there has been maybe 7 episodes, maybe even 8 episodes in the middle. Solo in the beginning he was doing something. Now he's just talking. Ty or Tay only doing something when Cashy calling him out. Other than that, he just sitting around like a horse. Like, I'm over it. It's just a lot of them. Ken talking too much. What's his name? RJ. It's not RJ. It's JR. JR talking. Nobody's talking to you. Shut up. Better on mute. Better behind the camera. It's just a lot of people who didn't help the show, in my opinion. It's a lot of them that just are there to be there and won't be casted or called again. Khalil want to fight Ant. Ant said that he's sore. He pays it. He talking about some Khalil's a punching bag. You are too. Okay. It takes a punching bag to know a punching bag. But he paid it, and I'm happy that he did. Because that's not necessarily a fight I just have to see two men who really can't fight each other. I don't need too many more commercial breaks in this particular episode. Now, Nickel Boy and Ken round one was kind of boo boo to me because again, Nickel Boy keep booming girl, baby, this y'all is not in the streets. Fight from the shoulders. We don't need nobody to keep picking nobody up. But round two, Nickel Boy swing wild as ever. Ken was able to get some hits on him, but he got some hits on Ken too. And once again, back booming. But that second round, you can tell them hits was really hard. Now, in the next episode, we see that the chair has came in the building. I am so excited. You know, not like that, but I am excited to see the chair come into the building and rock out. I need to be a little more entertained. This episode was truly mid till we got to the end for me. That's all I got for y'all in this one. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye.